Move in 2017, Rutgers University, Camden. Hello students, parents, and family, all those that are watching. This video presentation is designed to provide you information that we would normally send out via email to get you ready to move onto campus housing. If you give us the next 10 or so minutes of your time and listen to and watch this presentation, it'll cut out another email from your inboxes. But this will also serve to answer probably about 95% of the questions that we get via email and via telephone this time of year. We've been preparing for your coming to campus for several weeks now, and we're excited that this time is here. Getting ready to welcome you back to campus in the next couple of days or in the next couple of weeks. Before we get much further, I just wanted to talk to those of you that have active housing contracts with us, have received your housing assignment email, but may not need or want housing anymore. If you've not told us that you don't need or want your housing, we need you to officially cancel. There was information about how to do this in your housing assignment email, and the link to do this is posted on this presentation right on the screen in front of you. Housing.camden.rutgers.edu/cancellation is where you need to go. We need you to fill out a termination form so that we can process your cancellation and get those charges off of your term bill. And most importantly, to reallocate the space that you're currently holding to another student who may need it. If you're watching this and you're still on the waiting list, we want you to know that we have not forgotten about you. We are looking into other housing options. If we don't find something for you on campus, we are looking at a local hotel to have some housing there. We are still working on details, so we haven't given much out yet, but details are forthcoming, so please stay tuned. If you have questions in the meantime, please feel free to email us at housing@camden.rutgers.edu. Very important note and reminder, please check your email regularly. Rutgers, including housing, does almost everything electronically via email at this point. You will not receive things in the mail from us. And very infrequently will we call you. Everything is done via email. We ask that you check your email account at least once a day, at worst once every other day. Not just housing, but a lot of other university units are trying to get information to you and need information from you. And this can only be done with thousands of students at the same time via email. Also, there are things that have deadlines, and if you're not keeping up with your email, you may miss deadlines that are very important to you. Please also make sure you check your junk mail. Regardless of whether you're using your Rutgers account, a Google account, Yahoo, Hotmail, whatever it may be, sometimes messages that are important go into your junk mail without good reason. So make sure you're looking for them there as well. All right, let's talk about move-in. First things first, the move-in webpage. We created this specifically to provide information to help you get ready to come to campus. This link was referenced in your housing assignment email. The link is posted right here on the screen in front of you, and there's a link on our housing webpage right on the front. This is your one stop to find information that is very pertinent to you about move-in. Information such as when you should arrive, when your move-in date is, how to view your room assignment, where's the on-campus living guide, information about immunizations. Everything is linked directly to that page. So if you have questions, that is your first stop. A couple of business items. Meningitis compliance. If you are new to housing, new to the university, you need to provide health documents to the university stating that you've received a meningitis vaccination, in addition to a slew of other immunization information that we require. In particular for meningitis, because you're living on campus, New Jersey state law requires that all students living on campus have a meningitis vaccination. If you have not provided proof that you've received this vaccination to health services yet, you need to do that ASAP. If health services does not clear you, you will not be able to move in. Next on the list, registering for classes. If you've already done this, great. Thank you very much. If you have not registered, that is a problem. We need you to do that as soon as possible. The link is shown right here on the page in front of you. It was included in your housing assignment email. You can find it at various places throughout the university's websites on how to do registration. If you are not registered, you are not considered an enrolled student. If you're not enrolled, you are not eligible to live on campus, so you must be registered in order to move in. If you are a graduate student, this is a little different. It may differ program to program, whether you're law or MBA or something else. Make sure you're speaking with and talking with your program director so that they know that you're not registered, or that they're sending you information so that you can get registered either before or shortly thereafter from arrival. Have you paid your term bill or confirmed your attendance? If you've registered, you should have a term bill within 48 hours after registering. Make sure that your term bill is paid. Your aid package should be showing there, and if there's a balance due after that, that is your responsibility, and you need to make arrangements to take care of the balance. If you have a zero balance, make sure that you've confirmed attendance. Even if your balance is zero, you still need to tell the university that you're coming. You can do both of those things online. The website is studentabc.rutgers.edu. Also at that website is where you can set up payment plans. So if you need to set up a payment plan, that is the website you should begin with. Next, have you reviewed the On-Campus Living Guide? It is only posted online. We do not print copies of it, but that is the document linked to your housing contract, which you are already being held to. That includes information about your housing contract, the buildings themselves, things you can and can't do, and what our expectations are of you as a member of our on-campus community. There was a link about this in your housing assignment email. It is posted on our website, and the link is showing in front of you on this presentation. Please take some time to review that information prior to arrival. Have you considered whether or not you need personal property insurance? The average college student moves into university housing with $10,000 to $15,000 worth of personal items. Between your clothing, your books, cell phone, laptops, computers, televisions, game systems, jewelry, and other personal items, it adds up pretty quickly. Sometimes homeowners insurance policies that your parents have on their home will cover your items while you're at college. If that pertains to you, make sure you look into that. If that's not something that applies to you, you need to consider whether or not you need personal property insurance. The university is not responsible and will not reimburse you if any of your personal items are lost, stolen, or damaged while you're on campus. Personal property insurance covers those items while you're living in housing. There was information about this also contained in your housing assignment email. So, preparing for move-in day. Number one, reach out to your roommates. One of the reasons why we try and get housing assignments out early is so that you have time to communicate and coordinate with your roommates. Introduce yourself, be respectful in your communications. Again, approach people in the way that you would hope to be approached, if not better. But take that time to coordinate with your roommates. Figure out who's bringing the television, who's bringing the iron, who's bringing the pots and pans, so that you don't end up with 7 frying pans but no spoons. Think about bedding. If you're assigned to the tower and apartments, we provide, of course, in all housing buildings, we provide the furniture, you provide the furnishings. So in tower and apartments, the beds are twin extra long size. If you're assigned to 330 Cooper, full or full extra long is the size. Typically, those sheets can be bought readily from stores like Walmart and Target. If you're an online shopper, probably Amazon. If none of the above is your preferred choice, we have a link here on the page, ocm.com/RCC. One of our partner companies that we work with on campus marketing probably has sent you a packet already, but they sell all of these specialty products for college students, and they will ship them to your house, or they will ship them directly to the residence hall. Think about packing. Pack smart, pack light. Come prepared. If you have the option of bringing your own dolly or a hand truck, please do that. We will have red bins and carts and things for you to use on campus to help you move in, but it definitely helps to bring your own if possible. There will always be more students that need the carts that we provide than there are carts available, so there's usually a line and waiting for those. So if you're able to pack light and able to carry some things in, that's great. Or if you're able to bring your own transportation device like a hand truck, that helps and speeds things up. Really consider whether you need to bring everything that you may be planning on bringing. I often see students move in with a full car or 2 full cars full of stuff, and I'm wondering, where are they going to put it all? Really think about whether everything you're planning on bringing needs to come in this particular trip. Most of our students do go home once or twice during the semester at least, and there's other opportunities where you can restock, where you don't need to bring 6 months of water all at one time. When you're traveling to your move-in day, consider travel time and traffic. Check the traffic before you leave so that you have plenty of time to arrive and get to campus when you're supposed to be here. The further you live from campus, the more opportunities there are for traffic delays, particularly if you're moving in on Labor Day. Dealing with short traffic will be a headache on that particular Monday, so think about that and leave enough time to travel. Also, please consider not bringing every member of your family to move in. If they're going to be very helpful and make it efficient for you, great. We recommend not bringing small children, the elderly, and those that may have mobility issues to move-in days. It is often hot outside. Sometimes the lines are wrapping around outside into the heat, and there's going to be a lot of people. If we're moving in 300 plus students, and if every one of you brings 2 or 3 family members or more with you, the numbers add up very quickly. So it's important to think about trying to keep your move-in crew small and efficient. Don't bring prohibited items. There's a listing of prohibited items in the living guide. There's a condensed list on the move-in website. Please refer to these 2 locations to help you in your pre-planning to move in. We will have staff monitoring the move-in lines on move-in day. If they see someone trying to bring something in that is on the prohibited item list, they will ask you to take it back to your car. We will not allow you to bring it in. So please check the list in advance so that you don't bring something that you don't need to. What should you expect on move-in day? The first thing that we're going to ask you to do when you arrive on campus is to get a Rutgers ID card if you don't have one already. That means we'll send you over to the campus center to get your photo taken and they'll print your card. That card is used for access into all of the housing buildings. You'll also need it for various other buildings on campus as well. If you're checking in on August 18th as a part of our law move-in day or athlete early arrivals, again, we'll send you to get your card first if you don't have one already. From there, you will go to the building that you're assigned to live in to check in. So either in the 215 complex with the tower and apartment buildings or at 330 Cooper, depending upon where you're assigned. So it's important to check your housing assignment prior to arriving on campus. We had to add a special move-in day on Sunday the 27th for some first year and transfer students who have appointments on the 28th on campus. If you are in that group of people, we will be reaching out to you individually. It is invitation only. So if you do not get that invitation, please do not show up on the 27th to move in. August 28th and September 4th are our 2 big and main move-in days. They will be very busy days. Over 300 students will be arriving on each day. We have posted move-in dates and move-in windows. It is important that you check that list. The windows correspond to where you are assigned, building and floor. So please, again, review this information prior to arrival on campus. Overall, please bring your patients with you as well. There will be lines to enter campus, lines to enter the parking lots, lines for carts and to check in and get your keys. There are just more students arriving than any one office could ever handle at one time. So we ask that you be patient, expect some lines. On those 2 particular days, our Rutgers police and security staff will be helping to navigate the flow of traffic through campus. We'll probably have you turn on 5th Street when you arrive in campus and wrap around the campus to form a line before we enter the housing lots. So as you enter the city on the 28th and the 4th, please look out for the Rutgers staff that will be directing the traffic and applicable signage. We will have move-in volunteers to help out on those days to help you unload your cars and get items into the buildings as an added bonus. Other things to think about. We've been receiving a lot of phone calls and emails about students wanting to change rooms, to switch out roommates for different things. And honestly, we're just too close to move in at this point to honor any more requests. So we're now telling you that we cannot do those anymore. Room assignments are now locked until after move-in is over and classes have begun. We will have an official room change, room swap process that we will explain in email. So please check your email after classes have begun in September. We'll have a process for that and we'll explain it to you how it will work then. But until then, there will be no room changes or room assignment changes. Last and certainly not least, parking permits. If you're planning on bringing a car to campus, you will need to buy a permit. Unfortunately, as of the recording of this message, they're not available yet. But when they are, parking will email you, so please check your email. You will go online to buy them at parking.camden.rutgers.edu. That is the end of the information that we have for you. Very important, we use social media a lot to communicate with you, so sometimes something is important, but not so important that it has to be sent out via email. For those things, we like to post things on Facebook or the campus app. So please make sure that you found us on Facebook and have liked our page, the link of which is posted on this presentation, facebook.com/OHRL Camden. The Rutgers app you can download from iTunes and Android store. The link is posted here on the presentation. But if you don't have the app, you're not getting all the information that you need about events happening on campus, and there's a dialogue happening between students and staff and faculty there that you're not taking a part of. So please download the app and jump in and get involved. If you have questions, please email us. housing@camden.rutgers.edu is the address. Again, thanks for listening. We'll see you soon, and travel safely.